Welcome back to the channel. So I was on YouTube today, watching RGT85's channel, looking at the full list of Sega Genesis Mini games. And if you don't know RGT85, I'll link his channel in the description. Really like his channel. Mostly, it's all really video game stuff. He's a Sega Genesis nut like me, so big fan of that and his channel. And so I started to dig a little deeper. And if you go to Polygon.com, I think I also saw this article on Forbes. During this live stream announcement, Sega also talked about these little attachments that go with the Mini. So if you're looking at the picture, okay, the Mini console is right there. That's the actual console. I think it's optional, and I'm not sure what the pricing is, but you're gonna be able to get the Sega CD dock for it, and this little miniature Sega 32X that sits on top. Now, I don't know if this is going to be North American release, if this is all just Japan. I mean, I know we're going to get the console, but I don't know about these. But, I mean, this is crazy. Now, back in the day, if you had some money, you could get the Genesis. And then if you had some more money, you could get the Sega CD attachment. And then if you had a whole lot more money, you could get the 32X.
What a waste.
When you start with the Genesis, you can always add a Sega CD. And new Genesis 32X. Everything else is cold and stiff.
It was always like the Voltron of home video game consoles. It was just crazy thing. I had the Model 2, which is a little bit smaller. Then this is the Model 1 here. It's a little bit skinnier. And then the Sega CD would sit off to the side, and the 32X you would put on top. But I didn't have all that. I just had the 32X. But I'm sorry, not the 32X. I just had the Genesis. But I was just looking at this like, this is crazy. So if you read the article, it says Sega is going the extra mile with the Sega Genesis Mini. On Tuesday, the company announced 12 more games to the list. I think the total is now 42 games on this console. This is pretty good. And to be honest, they needed to do that. There's so many Sega Genesis collections on like PS4 and box, and you could download stuff, and there's been so many compilations over the years that they needed to have a really large comprehensive list. Eternal Champions is on there. I was a big fan of that as a kid. List of all the games, okay, and it's quite a comprehensive collection. I got to be honest with you. One of the notable titles is actually it wasn't unreleased, it was released, but it was a super rare cartridge. It was the Tetris made for the Sega Genesis. Super rare. That's actually going to be included. I talked about Eternal Champions being on here. I'm really excited about that one. Just me personally, that was something that I enjoyed. Yeah. So, but anyway, complete list is here. 42 games. I just had to cover this little portion here. This is anyway. So, guys, what do you think? Is anybody besides me excited about the Sega Genesis Mini? I can understand if some of you don't jump on it. I'm not sure that I'm going to jump on it, but I do think that's that's a pretty cool thing to have. I think that's half the draw of these systems, is to have like a mini PlayStation and a miniature Nintendo. I've got the NES Classic. I got the Super NES Classic, and I didn't really. It was fine, so I just I got rid of that. I sold that, but I kept the NES Classic. I actually modded it, some more games on it. So. And then I got some of the 8-bit Bluetooth controllers, which is really nice to be able to sit back on the couch and play. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I think I'm looking forward to the system. I think I may get it. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to be a day one buyer, but I am curious to maybe see some more reviews online and see what the consensus is. Anyway, so what are your thoughts? Post them in the comments. Like, subscribe if you don't mind. Have a blessed day. We'll see you next time.